Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar, and today's video is about that Mixer being big dead. Now yesterday, this is some pretty big, heavy information that came out. Now as a live streamer on YouTube, I have a choice between two platforms, really, YouTube or Twitch. And if you say Facebook gaming, we gonna have some problems. But Twitch is actually a platform that, for most new streamers, is pretty much the only platform they have. Because when you look at platforms built specifically for live streaming, it is the only big one to get on and start building a platform with. To build a live streaming platform on YouTube, you typically need to have an audience beforehand, because building something on YouTube gaming is as impossible as building a YouTube channel nowadays, unless you've got some sort of outside influence to start off with, simply due to how the algorithm works. Twitch, without a doubt, for all of its faults, is still a far better live streaming platform than YouTube and everything else that has pretty much come out for it. Now, Mixer was one platform that I actually expected somewhat to succeed. Now, Microsoft came out of nowhere and pretty much introduced Mixer as a platform, and Mixer was baked in heavily to Xbox, and it was marketed pretty heavily as sort of this technically proficient live streaming service. It was expensive to run, but with most video sharing services like YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, or whatever, it costs a lot to run, and honestly, you're mostly breaking even, and it's why the only people that can get into this market are usually big tech firms, because they just have the money to throw around. You know, when I looked at platforms like VidMe, I always wanted VidMe and stuff to succeed, but if you ever went to VidMe or Mixer, most of the times the highest live stream counts you would see would be in the hundreds of viewers. Now, I'm not here to sit down and say that's not a lot of viewers per stream, but when you look at the grand scheme of things versus bigger platforms out there like YouTube and Twitch or even Facebook gaming, there are thousands upon thousands of viewers per stream for multiple streams, and when you see such a discrepancy in number, it's a pretty big deal, and you can kind of piece together why one site isn't exactly going to live to this day, and it's because they just don't have the fucking viewership numbers necessarily to support it. Now, of course, they picked up some cool streamers like Ninja and Shroud, who, might I say, are the biggest fucking chads in the entire business, because they pretty much walked away with millions of dollars and going back to Twitch. I mean, if there's any fucking success story out of all this, it's all that, ladies and gents. Now, Mixer is one of those platforms that I actually did not expect to see completely fail. I saw Microsoft put down a lot of money for this. I even went down to PAX and saw the biggest, I would say next to Hello Neighbor, surprisingly, the biggest display was Mixer. There were a lot of content creators on Mixer who actually came over there to sort of boost the platform, and honestly, Mixer had a pretty fucking awesome community. You know, being the smaller crowd, you tend to have creators who work more, closely together, creators who are willing to help out, because at the end of the day, it's really kind of like working for an upstart. It becomes sort of like a big family. It's not as hyper competitive yet as it is on YouTube or Twitch or any other live streaming service. And honestly, given the fact that I was looking at those viewer numbers, I thought to myself, it's Microsoft. They'll probably hold this out for years to come. But they did not. They just didn't fucking do it. They said, listen, we're pulling the plug and we're partnering all of our stuff to Facebook Gaming, which might have been a smart thing to do, because Facebook Gaming was still kicking its ass. Now, I realize one of the big reasons why they did this, and they pretty much talked about it too, is, as you know, Microsoft's creating something called Project xCloud, which is their live stream gaming service, which, if you've ever been in the beta for, it's actually a pretty badass cloud service. I wouldn't say it's perfect. No cloud service ever will be, but it's a pretty damn good service. Now, if you have Game Pass, which I do, and I think a lot of people in the Xbox ecosystem, even the PC ecosystem do, Game Pass is an amazing deal. You get a shit ton of awesome games alongside every Microsoft exclusive on that Game Pass service. But alongside Game Pass, you may not know, but you also have xCloud completely bundled in with that service. Now, xCloud is also an expensive service to use, and you can understand how Mixer and xCloud share similar technologies, the faster than light streaming service or technology Microsoft has made, sending video as quick as they can to you while receiving the inputs. It works very well for game streaming as it does for live streaming. So you get to a situation where, listen, you have this much money, right? Okay, you either spend it on a service that probably will never be Twitch or YouTube or Facebook gaming, or you put the money towards the live stream gaming service, you know, game cloud streaming, and actually kick Google's ass and everyone else's ass. Because believe it or not, xCloud might probably be one of the most profitable, yes, I mean the most profitable cloud streaming service. You know, Stadia is out. How many of you knew that, by the way? How many of you knew Stadia was actually completely out? I didn't know it until a week ago. I played one game of Destiny 2 on it, and I wasn't really thoroughly impressed. It's marketed so poorly that I've actually mentioned this to like 6-7 different people, close friends of mine. I was like, hey, have you tried Stadia? And they're like, wait, it's out? Yeah, the marketing was pretty dog shit on it. Whereas xCloud, because they're tapped into the Game Pass ecosystem, charging people, you know, the bucks a month that they do, they're already making bank quarterly on xCloud without it actually being completely out. And GeForce Now is one of those services where they're still trying to figure out who's their friend and who isn't. It's a weird world on cloud streaming. But Microsoft seems to have been knocking it out of the park. So obviously, from a perspective, you can see why they would partner or they would divert resources to something that's actually making money versus something that is losing money but may never also get anywhere. And it's great to see them partner with Facebook because Facebook will handle all the video side on their end. They already do it pretty fucking well. But for Microsoft to handle cloud game streaming, it'd be interesting to see how it's handled. It'd be kind of funny to see if you could go on Facebook, watch gameplay videos, and be able to play the game right there and then. You know, let's say you're watching a trailer for the new Assassin's Creed, and you could tap a little Mixer button or like a Microsoft, you know, xCloud button and just get a free 30-minute hour trial of the game. That would actually be pretty sweet, combining both the technologies. So yeah, you know, honestly, I can see what Mixer was doing. And once you get out of it, once you really look at everything away from it, the last takeaway to have out of this is just kind of feeling bad for some of the content creators who have unfortunately been shot down because of this. I know a couple creators myself personally, one very close to me in my personal life, who wanted to really make a go of it at Mixer. And I think a lot of people saw this cancellation pretty much out of nowhere. I saw it out of nowhere. So if you're a content creator at Mixer right now, my heart really does go out to you. I couldn't believe to think what it would be like starting from zero again after having already built something on another platform. But it's one of those situations where it just is what it is. You know, there's not anything you can do aside from, you know, just push on, go to another platform, carry whatever you have to you. You know, it is what it is. You know, we've seen Ninja Shroud basically drop being one of the biggest streamers on Twitch to going over to Mixer. And yeah, while they did secure the bag, losing the viewership definitely does suck to an extent. I believe they did come back and they definitely brought back the viewers hardcore. But it is one of those situations where if you're a creator, and I'm just going to say it like it is, if you've lost your fucking job, basically by Mixer going out, if you've lost sort of your brand or your account or what draws people to you, yo, I get that shit. I trust me, I do. That is a fucked up thing to happen. And it's one of those rare instances where even in this video, I'm going to tell you, if you're a Mixer streamer, please feel free to drop your Mixer name in the comment section below. Normally I hate self-advertising, but if you are a Mixer streamer, please feel free to drop your username in the comment section below. And hopefully, I really hope the community here at Some Ordinary Gamers, some of you guys give these people a view, give these people a watch, give them a chance is all I ask, okay? Because I understand what it's like to lose something you've built forever. I know, okay? Actually, I can't even begin to fathom how fucked it would be. But give them a chance, give them a follow, and honestly, make as much positive news as you can out of it. It's a weird thing to happen. I honestly expected Mixer to last for years, just because Microsoft was bankrolling it. But hey, you know, Microsoft's a business too. They got to bankroll what makes them cash at the end of the day, and I guess they really did. xCloud is out there and making motherfuckers happy. That being said, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am out.